Welcome to another episode of the Charge Way podcast. We are here talking with the Women in Charge crew of Keely, Caitlin, Fran and myself. Today we're going to be covering a bit of a different topic around mindset and specifically how do you talk to yourself when you're in the gym? Because we know that we have the coaches talking to us and specifically us, coaches talking to you around, how to approach workouts, different scaling options, all these kinds of things. But the person that's actually talking to you the most is yourself and your own brain telling you you can do things, you can't do things, you're hungry, you're tired, what about dinner?
Barbell's so heavy.
Barbell's so heavy. Why do my hands hurt? Why is the barbell so cold coming into winter?
Why is the time going so slowly?
All of these different thoughts that you have around your training and how you are in the gym and the things you're doing. So we're going to be having a bit of a chat today around some of the different strategies that we've all built up over time to talk to ourselves when we're in the gym, and a few different things that maybe you could implement yourself or catch yourself if you are saying certain things. So I'd like to start off with the workout this morning. Today we're dating ourselves. It was the workout of 3 rounds of 400 meter run, 21 pull-ups, 400 meter run, 21 box jumps. So in this workout, I was like, woohoo, I love all these things. This is amazing. I'm going to have the best time. And then in the middle of the workout, or after kind of like the first round, I was like, damn. My first round, I was like, yeah, I'm so fit, I'm so strong, I got this, so easy. And then the second and third round came around and I was like, oh dear, this isn't as fast as I should be running. What's happened? I'm this hurts, I can't breathe. All of these kind of different thoughts started popping into my head. And it was kind of like that moment of being like, hey, you stop. Not the workout. Don't stop the workout. Stop what you're thinking about. That, for me, I kind of went to this moment of being like, don't think that. Yeah. Is that actually helping you finish the workout, or is it making what you're doing just feel worse? It's going to feel how it feels. And then I was making it worse by thinking how hard it was getting and how it should feel different. When it shouldn't feel different. That's what it feels like when you're 10 minutes into the workout. It sucks a little bit, but we keep going. So that was kind of what my experience from this morning. But I was wondering if any of you guys kind of have other things that maybe there's things that you say to yourself, or, you experience different things when you're in a workout, because you aren't robots as much as, sometimes we look like robot, do the thing. Felipe is there. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, it's really hard to be in that relationship. But
how are you talking to yourself when you're in the gym?
I think that you bring something really interesting on the table, Alice, because you are pretty fit and everyone that is in charge, they know. And imagining this workout, probably there's someone in the class that was behind you and think this is so easy for her, how she can do that, and why are you having this conversation with yourself? And I think that there is this hole in your inside of your head when you're training, comparing yourself with others, running. Oh, I'm the last in running, I suck, and everyone is in front of me. And even it's hard, everyone in front of me. So many stuff that you can put in your mind, and what if, and so what? This one, and so what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do after that? After you've been poor me, what are you gonna do? Okay, you can do some stuff. You can keep running instead of start walking. And even if it's just a jogging, this is gonna be good. So I think there is this point in every CrossFitter life that you start comparing yourself with others, or even with versions of yourself in the past, or where you want to be, that you just don't do that to yourself. Just enjoy now, who I am now and what can I do now to be the best version of myself tomorrow. And I identify myself a lot on this because I used to train really well before my injury. but it was just like another season of my life. I was in other conditions, was not working as much. My career was not like the way that it is right now. And just another priorities, you know? So, and it's hard when you want to be like the best in everything that you do. And sometimes your best is just going to the gym and doing the work, putting the work on. So maybe instead of like, this is so hard and this workout, I am the worst, I will be the last to finish. Come on, I'm here after work, or I'm here with my kids at home. I'm here and I'm doing the work. And sometimes it's not for your body. Maybe sometimes it's going to be for your mind. And even that you have this conversation to yourself, believe me, you're going to be so proud of you because you put the work. So you, of course, you can choose, oh, poor me, oh, why I'm doing that to myself, I am the worst. But also you can choose, I'm here. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. Yeah. And I'm going to keep showing up. And I will believe and trust myself that the results, they will come if I keep doing the work.
Yeah. And I think like, oh, sorry, were you talking? You're oh, I think Alice, like you made a good point that you just all of a sudden got super negative and then you had to notice that you were being negative before you could make those changes. And I think sometimes that's really difficult. You might not notice that you're actively telling yourself something. You just feel really bad. You're like, oh man, like I don't actually know why I'm feeling so bad. And you don't pick up on the fact that you are being so negative to yourself. And you are telling yourself, oh, I am the last person coming into the gym, like off the run. Like I am actually the worst in this workout right now. And you don't even notice that you're telling yourself these stories. You're making up these stories in your head. And I think maybe the first thing to do is like catch yourself. And I you know, and that's definitely like a work in progress. Like, I still do it in workouts where I start to panic and I don't even notice. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't touch the bar yet. And it's like, whoa, whoa, okay, I've caught myself panicking. Yeah. I need to reframe this somehow. And I'm not saying it's easy, but instead of being like, I don't feel quite ready, maybe you think, I've already done 6 reps of this. I probably can do a 7th and an 8th and a 9th, you know, or whatever it is. But I think catching yourself in that really weird, negative, panicky, scary place is like maybe the first step to take is like catch yourself thinking those thoughts. Yeah. And then maybe you can start figuring out what you're actually saying and what you can change them to. Yeah.
I think that's where like expectations they can be both a good thing and a challenging thing. Like if you look at a workout and you're like, cool, like today's workout, and you're like, I'm going to run to the bar and I'm going to do 21 pull-ups unbroken, and then I'm going to go back on my run and I'll come back in, I'm going to be really fast in the box jumps. And then, you know, maybe that is the reality for the first round, I don't know. And maybe you come into round 2 and you look at the bar and you're like, oh no, like I can't do the thing I already told myself I was going to do. Like that's a really hard place to be in when you're in the middle of the workout and you realize like this is not going to go down how I thought. And that's your chance to take a second and be like, okay, I have 2 choices. I can either sit there and be really negative and be like, I suck, I don't get to do the thing that I wanted to do or whatever it is. Or I can just do whatever I can manage in the moment. Can I jump up and do 5 reps? Yep, I can do that. Cool, let's do 5. Take a break. Awesome. Can I jump up and do another 5? Yep, I can do that. Awesome. Great. That's 10 down. Can I do them in sets of 3 now until I get to my 21? And that means I still get to my run, I still get to my box jumps, I still finish the workout. Maybe not in the way that I planned it, but like in that moment you have the decision, and maybe there are moments when you're like, actually, I'm just going to grit my teeth and suck it up and I'm going to hold on to that bar for that 21 reps. And maybe that is appropriate for you in that moment. But like that is your, I guess, opportunity to make that decision. Can I stay true to what I said, and is this the time to do that? Or do I actually just need to be like, maybe I overestimated what my capabilities are and I'm going to take another path, and that path is going to prevent me from being in this kind of like middle, oh, I suck, this is crappy sort of space.
Yeah, like don't be afraid to adjust the plan. Like if your plan was to like, I'm going to do 21 unbroken. You come in, you're like, I can't hold on to the bar. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't stand here for like 45 seconds away from my grip to come back. It's like, okay, well, do one. Just get the first one. That's actually what I tell myself. That's something I tell myself actually. Is just get the first one done. Yeah. And then like see what happens after that. But just do one.
Yeah, and like for you guys that listen or seeing us talking about this, don't think that it is easier for us or, oh no, say guys. It's just like practice. Today in the morning we're doing the barbell class and we failed in lifts that we know that we can do. And it was like my desire with that bar was throw that bar away. and like I was so pissed because I knew that I could do the weight, and I was like, come on, friend, believe in yourself, you can do that. And in another time of my life, I would say like, oh, come on, you're not doing that, you are so bad, like you are the worst. So we are talking that to you because we already were in that place. And sometimes we catch ourselves on this place again, and we don't want to be there anymore. Because like, imagine that you are talking to you like you would talk to a friend of yours. And if it's Kili, I'm talking to Kili, and Kili, she's having a bad day on training, and I would never say like, you suck. Yeah, you suck. Yeah, definitely give up. CrossFit is not for you.
Yeah, you should stop now.
But like, probably in my mind, I would say that to me. So why I would not be kind and nice to me as I would be with Kili? Why you can't be this person to you? Because in the end of the day, you're going to spend more time with yourself than like any person that you know. Why you can be the most fan of your history and inspire yourself?
And I think like, like specifically, it might not even be that you say positive things to yourself. That might feel like a step too far to take at first. It could just be like
neutral things.
Sometimes neutral things. Like for me, I get very if I look at the clock, okay, yesterday's workout that had the hang power cleans, the overhead lunges, and then the bike, and I'm spending 2 minutes on a bike, and I don't really love to sit on an assault bike for 2 minutes, but I was sitting there and I was like, okay, 2 minutes, that's 20 calories, just keep moving. Like, and I look at the clock and I'd be like, okay, that's only been 30 seconds. Okay, but it's only 90 seconds, and you can do anything for 90 seconds. Just sit here. Okay, and now you still have a minute. All right, well, you can do anything for a minute, pretty much. Like, it's only 60. It's going to be over so soon. And even if you have to lie to yourself a little bit to kind of like stay consistent, like nothing wrong with that. Be like, hey, it's a minute. Like, that's hardly anything. That's 30 seconds twice. Like, you won't even notice 30 seconds passing.
I love those little mind games. I was telling these guys, anytime we have machine workouts, I often play like some kind of mind game. It could be like we have 400 meters on the rower, and I know it's going to take me 12 strokes to do 100 meters. So I know I'm going to count up to 24, and that'll get me to 200 meters. And then I'm going to count down from 24, and that's going to get me to 400 meters.
I love
And I don't even
strokes.
look at the monitor. I just do my strokes and I count, and I'm like, cool, I'm halfway. And then I go back down. And that's just something that keeps me on track, so that I'm not looking at the clock being like, oh God, we have 4 minutes left of this row.
Or like counting down. I have to count down for wall balls, because counting up, because wall balls, I don't love a wall ball, but counting down, I'm like, oh, these numbers are decreasing so quickly. But counting up, I'm like, it's never going to end. And like lunges, I count every second rep, and like 1, 1, 2, 2, and then I'm like, I only have to do 6. Yeah, so good. It's easy. Like tricking myself. 6 is way less than 12.
Yeah, just be aware to keep counting properly, right?
You can't do that on other movements. So sometimes like playing around with like the counting can be really, and then that kind of removes you from the immediate pain of the situation.
Exactly, because you think about counting.
And then, like I'm not out there being like, you're the best, Kili. Like, come on. Like, everyone's going to see you lift this bar and it's going to be so amazing. Do it. I'm sort of like, come on.
Get on with it.
Pick it up.
And I also think that sometimes we have this talk to ourselves. Oh, everyone is looking at me. Everyone going to be frustrated if I don't get it.
No
one is looking at you. We are not as this important. Like, you are important, but you are not as much.
Only the coaches are watching you.
Yeah. Oh, like everyone is looking for my performance. No one cares. Just do your best.
Everyone is thinking that about themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. I'm not such a fan of like the positive reinforcement to myself when I'm in the workout. I kind of find that's more of like an after, where I'm like, yeah, I did that. I just did the thing that I didn't think I could do, or like I worked really hard during that workout, or different kind of pieces like that. But like in the workout itself, I'm like, do the thing, start the thing, keep going. It's okay. Okay, you need to break more than you thought you would. All right, cool. It's going to be 3, 2, 1. Let's go pick up that bar again. Like I'm really quite robotic when I talk to myself in a workout, as like, don't let emotion come into this. I definitely have let emotion come into this. Keely, you mentioned wall balls. I also have a thing with wall balls. Have had like mini panic attack during a wall ball set before where I was just like, it's never ending.
It never ends.
Had to take a moment, stepped outside, came back in and was like, you're okay. Like, turn off that emotion. This is not the space for emotion. You can get excited. I find I can get excited after and be really proud of the effort that I put forward on that day, but actually kind of getting too emotional at the time, I find then distracts me from what I'm there doing. I know you've said you've looked at me before and you're like, you are like in the zone when you are in the middle of a workout. So
I think that like this is definitely depends from each one, like history on CrossFit and stuff. I definitely rather the positive talk to myself because when I started CrossFit, I just sucked in everything. I could do any movement. Everything was so hard. And then sometimes I catch myself, oh, you suck. And I'm doing 10 strict pull-ups, but I want to do 12. And I'm like, but there was a time that 4 years doing 1 strict pull-ups was my dream, or doing like even with loads. And so I need to remind myself how incredible I am because like I'm really kind with people and I know that, but with myself, I'm always kind of harsh.
Yeah.
So I need to keep reinforcing good things in my mind. Otherwise, I am the main person to put myself down. No one do that for me, just myself. So I always like, oh, okay, you're doing that. Could be better. So my challenge in the last maybe 2 years is just changing the path of the conversation that I had into myself. You got it. Remember that there was a time that you didn't do that. Now you do. So be proud of that and keep going. And I think in the end of the day, this is the most important thing. When you see where you were and now you're proud where you are and you're excited for where you're gonna be in the future. So
I also really like the Nahari wall.
That one's good.
I find there's just even facing it, like doing kettlebell swings or doing wall balls or even like doing pull-ups facing the wall, and like I start reading some of the things on there just to kind of like, pass the time while you're in a big set of something, particularly if you're on a machine. Got, nothing else to do about thinking about counting your strokes or reading the wall. And there's some certain phrases and I'm like, that's like, I'm pulling that phrase now. It's like, keep going, just push, 3, 2, 1, go. There's all of these different amazing phrases on there that can kind of really help, again, pull you out of you and like pull you out of that mindset that you're kind of talking to yourself, and then have that kind of external coming in, some other messaging to help you kind of get out of you.
It's definitely nice.
Sorry, go Kelly.
I was going to say, and it's definitely nice to have that because I've definitely had moments in workouts where, you move on to the next exercise and you think in your head, oh, I couldn't possibly do a rep. And you just like get a little bit scrambled and you're like, oh, I'm going to fail at this or whatever it is. And if you just take 1 second and settle yourself and be like, cool, I've done that movement 100 times. I can swing a 16 kilo kettlebell. If you put your hands on the handles and you start moving it, you will actually be okay. But it's really easy when your heart rate is high and you're sort of panicking. You're like, I can't do it. You can. It's okay. Nothing's going to happen. Your body's not going to explode. Your heart's not going to fly out of your chest.
It's just exercise.
You can pick it up and you'll be okay. Like, and often it's like a coach walking past who's like, hey, pick it up. You're going to be okay. Like, nothing is going to happen to you right now.
And I think for things like, I think in particular, running is a really emotional movement for a lot of people. Like whenever we have a running workout, I think all the coaches hear the whole like, oh, I hate running so much. Like I hate it. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, if you're someone and you're running and you're telling yourself super negative things about how slow you are and how much it hurts and blah, 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 and everyone knows that you're the last person in the gym. I think for me, when I started CrossFit and I wasn't a good runner, not that I'm saying I'm a great runner now, but like when I was definitely not a good runner, I was like, the thing that kind of got me over the edge was like, you can slow down, like don't stop, but you can slow down. You can slow down and it's going to feel so much better. And and I mean, no one else is going to notice when you come into the gym, right? The coaches all know because I'll be like, no, I'm kidding. But no one else is going to pay attention to when you come into the gym. And if you're out there and you're like, okay, well, I can't sprint this last 200, then that's okay. Like, just slow it down and don't stop. But like, remind yourself that like, again, it's just exercise. It's going to stop eventually. You can get through it. Like you're not going to fail the run. Yeah. It might feel bad, but then you can just slow down a little bit and catch your breath. Yeah.
I always say this to people, like I've never stopped a workout that I've started. As in like, once you start something, it's going to be over at some point.
It's
like,
going to end.
It's a 15-minute AMRAP.
It's not going to go forever.
like nothing, you know, things go on in your head in between, but you can keep yourself moving, and at the end of it, like you will feel really proud of yourself, and that's the best thing. Like you want to finish knowing that you put your best foot forward. And sometimes, you know, you start the workout with a battery of 50%. So your best foot forward is going to look different to when you start the workout with a battery of 100%. But that's okay. That was your best foot forward for that day.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this is really good. And like, if you fail for any reason, that's okay. Like when you fail, it's actually an opportunity for you to learn. Like, why did I fail? Why did I stop? Or why this was so hard? Or why I couldn't talk to myself in this nice way and catch myself having this kind of conversation. That's okay. That workout, find out what you can do better and try to do it the next day. People nowadays, we just have this fear of, okay, if I fail, it's going to be the end of my life. Everybody will notice it and I'm the worst ever. So like maybe just change the word failures for opportunities. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to do better. Tomorrow you try again. Yeah. And this amount of times that you stand up, you try again, and you keep showing up, it's this definitely what makes the difference. So, I'm emotional right now because I was looking at my hands while Alice was talking about the Nihari wall, because I have this tattoo called Impossible, and I risk the inside the im, so possible. Yeah. And this is basically on purpose because every time that I'm doing lifts, like weightlifting movement, and I touch the bar, I have everyone has their style that I'm doing the movement. Yeah, so every time I look at my hand, just to remind that everything that I thought that one day would be impossible for me, I just need to change the word. And sometimes just need to change 2 letters. It's who knows? You can have this tattoo, everyone. I stole from Pinterest. So yeah. Don't cry, girls. Everyone that is listening, the girls are crying right now. Yeah, you just can't see on the camera right now.
So, if you're in a workout or you're coming into the gym and you're noticing that you're starting to talk quite negatively to yourself, you're starting to say things like, "There's no way I can finish that. I can't do that. This hurts too much." How do you turn that around?
Well, look, as someone who doesn't always finish the workout very quickly. There was a workout the other week that I DNF'd on, and I haven't DNF'd. It's been a long time since I DNF'd on a workout, but I kind of got to the point where I was like, when you sort of realize you're not going to finish it, you automatically is like, oh, well, geez, like what's even the point? Like, or I suck. But I say, well, okay, I'm not going to finish in the cap. I'm going to do as much as I can though, and it's going to still be 16 minutes of working out really hard, and that is still going to be hugely beneficial. So it was like, just going to do as much as I can. It was the Farmer's Carry workout, or a Farmer's Fat Carry workout, by the way, if anyone's following along. I don't love a Farmer's Carry. I'm not a farmer.
Not a carry.
I don't carry my own things.
Apparently not.
Oh, me neither. Philippe does that for me all the time. It's so hard.
And so I was like, I could, when you put the dumbbells down on Arthurton Road and the cars are going past and people are riding past and someone overtakes you with their dumbbells, and it's hard to feel.
Like, can I just leave them there?
If I
just keep walking the other way.
But I was like, okay, well, like you're just going to do as much as you can. Yeah. That's okay. Like you can't ask for anything more than as much as you can. Yep. And that's something that I, when I catch myself panicking in a workout with like wobbles, maybe I'm like, okay, well, you're just going to do as much as you can. That's okay. Yeah. You're fine.
Yeah. And like, be aware where you are. Like you just said, not good at Farmer's Carry. But you also can use this in your mind as an excuse. Oh, I'm never going to be good at Farmer's Carry. Oh, I'm bad at running anyway. So like, don't expect anything better from this workout. Or maybe you can say like, I'm not good yet, but I will be. Yeah. This is an English word in the end that makes a huge difference. So maybe you're not good yet. Yep. You need to keep working on, but not like, okay, it is what it is. I'm not good at gymnastics, so I'm gonna suck in this workout. That is just a little word that makes the whole difference.
That's something that I have to say instead of saying I'm not good at farmer's carry. I say they're a challenging movement for me, and I say they're challenging for me, and I'm probably not going to enjoy it, but I'm going to do as much as I can. Yeah. What do you tell yourself, Alice?
What do I say? I think the first step is catching those thoughts. Yeah. It's like, wait, my thoughts are not necessarily true.
Oh, like just because you think it doesn't mean it's real.
Yeah. Just because I'm thinking it doesn't mean it's real, 100%. Doesn't mean that I actually believe it. It's just a thought. And my brain has to do something. So that's what it's doing. It's just creating thoughts. And it's like, well, they're not true. So like, what evidence do I have to support that thought is actually true? It's like, well, no, I've done so many
CrossFit workouts in your life.
I've done stupid amount of CrossFit workouts.
Billions.
I know that I've not quite billions, but we're on the way. We're not there yet, but we will be one day.
You got it.
You know, like what kind of truth is there to this?
Yeah,
probably none. Or like, you know, there's maybe like a tiny little speck of truth in there, but it's like I'm just catastrophizing the whole thing. So it's like, bring it back. What can I do right now? And it's like, okay, I feel like I am never going to finish this workout. I feel like this is way harder than I thought it would be. I feel like I'm, you know, never going to get to the end of this 50 calorie row. It's like, okay, I'm just going to start one at a time. What is actually happening right now? Okay, I did 1 rep. Amazing. That's now less reps that you have to get finished. Okay, cool. Wow, 2 reps. Oh, look at that. It just keeps going. As long as you're not stopping, as long as you kind of keep moving your way through something, or if you need to stop, take a short break, catch your breath, go back before you're ready to start again. Yeah. I know, that horrible. It's like, I could be ready. You're probably not going to be ready within the confines of the workout. You're never going to feel ready again to pick it up. So just go anyway and see what happens.
And this sounds so cheesy, but when it's a workout and it is so hard and it looks like you do like a bunch of reps and the time has barely moved and you're like, this is the longest 16 minutes of my life. Something that like helps me is like, I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. You are exercising right now. And isn't it like a joy to be able to do this at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday? Like what a treat. Yeah. Sometimes that just like pulls me back into like, hey, you were doing this for fun. Yeah. Okay. Like, yes, obviously you want to be fit, etc. But like mostly I'm here for a good time. All right. Yeah. And sometimes that kind of just pulls me back into like a good frame of mind where I'm like, okay, we're actually having fun now. The sun's out. All right.
It's a good time.
It's not too bad if I have to rest on a farmer's carry on a beautiful day. Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. We're going to wrap it there. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Women in Charge on the Charge Way podcast. We have a special event coming up soon. Again, it's our Women in Charge workshop, which is happening at the end of June.
Get excited.
So be sure to look out for some information about that in the next coming weeks. But we also have a collab coming up soon, which is our Charge Likeable in-house competition. It's also Charge's birthday, where we're turning 13.
Teenager.
So I know, getting into our teenage years, you never know where the gym's going to go from here. Gosh. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for another episode. See you next time.
Bye.
Awesome.